I think the next thing that most people will want to understand is how to actually get themselves set up on a platform so that they can start either buying to invest or to trade. There are so many different platforms out there. And I mean, there are some that are sort of more of an entry point into the market. And the more you go into this, the more you will find that you're going to need different types of exchanges. Most people start on Coinbase. I hate it because it's really expensive. It's super easy to use. It's a great app on the phone, but there's lots of drawbacks. The first one is that it is really expensive, and the second one is that it doesn't show you all the different ways that you can trade a coin. So there are other websites as well. So I first actually started off with Coinbase. I then moved to Coinbase Pro. I had a Wealthsimple account, which is great for people in Canada. But then I've soon discovered that a lot of these are potentially not the best ideas. My personal opinion is that if you're going to just get into this on an entry level, then probably Coinbase Pro is a really good place to start. Where as you become more familiar with the ways that these exchanges look like, or the way that basically how they're presented, I would probably end up migrating to some others. As you want to buy smaller coins, you're probably going to find Gate, .io, TraderJoe's, KuCoin spelled KU, are all really good other ones. More recently, crypto.com has been in the news and has had a lot of money put behind it. So that could also be a really, really good one for an entry level person coming into the market. So they're the ones I'd probably recommend off the bat. I think if you're going to be starting with a KuCoin or a Gate.io or a Binance, they can be a little bit overwhelming, but try not to be put off. Coinbase Pro can probably feel a little bit overwhelming as well. The app's much easier. I would say I would discourage people from trading on their apps. It doesn't mean I don't do it, but it can be just very easy to start thinking of it as like paper money. And there's some really important things to just remember when you are looking at crypto. It is an investment. It's not going to give you, it might give you a return tomorrow, but it's not going to give you massive returns tomorrow. This is more about either long-term investing or kind of weekly, monthly trading, which you can do in an automated fashion. You kind of want to be taking emotion out of this. So it can feel quite exciting, and obviously it can feel like you've achieved a lot when you've got everything set up. But you have to kind of remember to keep your emotions out of it. There's sort of some basic sort of principles around trading and investing that I will bring up in a sort of a future video because I don't want to dilute this one. What I would say is when you are setting up your account, you are going to need some basic things with you. Depending on what region you're in is going to restrict you from actually using certain exchanges. So for example, I don't think Binance is available in the UK. I'm not sure that Wealthsimple is available in the UK, but Coinbase Pro is available in the UK, as are crypto.com and the other ones that I've mentioned. You are going to need your ID, so whether that's your passport or your driving license. You're also going to need a proof of address in a lot of cases, so download a bank statement onto your laptop or your computer. This is really normal. So even if you were going to set up like a trading 212 account to trade in stocks and shares, you'd still need to be able to verify your details. Bear in mind, obviously, any gains that you get are going to be taxed, which is another reason why they want your what they call KYC, which is know your customer, which is basically their way of getting their data. As you progress in crypto, you will find that there is a difference between a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange. A centralized exchange is one of the ones that I've mentioned. It's a smaller step away from mainstream finance than a decentralized exchange would be. And that is a really positive thing when you're getting into the market. There's a massive difference between the two. And the positives about a centralized exchange include the fact that there is customer service. There'll be lots of tutorials, videos available, which makes my life easier. But they're just sort of easier to manage, and there's loads and loads and loads of YouTube videos and other videos that people have posted. Couple of drawbacks that you will find, like, so for example, when the market is really busy, it can be a bit glitchy. So I've been on Coinbase before, and I've put an order in and at a specific price, and it's kind of just gone through, and I've realized that that's just because like this is an early adoption. Like however many people are already involved in this space, and despite the fact that this is like a $3 trillion or targeting a $3 trillion industry in 2022, it is still quite new, and as we get mass adoption, adoption and sort of the market floods, or everybody's trying to sell, these things aren't as streamlined as maybe your banking app would be. So that's just some stuff to bear in mind. A couple of other pointers: I would probably set up a separate email address for your crypto. If you're really serious about this, it makes sense to keep it sort of separate. At the end of the day, it's an investment and it's your money. So finding a place to keep your passwords safe offline. I will do another little tutorial about sort of security as well at some stage, but I think if you've got a separate laptop, even better if you're super serious about it. I haven't. Actually I do, but I don't. I also use it for other stuff. So but yeah, definitely a separate email address, just so that you can keep track of stuff and that you're not sort of flooding your general inbox with all that other stuff. Thank you.